Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Today I'll be reviewing a game against Kevin Burbridge. As you can see, I'll be playing him at least twice in the upcoming tournament that I'll be doing during Labor Day weekend. It's a shame that there's only 10 people in the top division. I would have liked to have had more people and just more people at this tournament in general. There's only 43 players, so it just kind of shows you the state of Scrabble, at least in the Northwest. It's difficult to get people up here, and yeah, I certainly hope that more people will play Scrabble, especially if you live in the Seattle, Portland area. We don't have a club in Seattle anymore, but if you're interested in Scrabble, there's a little bit of an informal thing that I run once a month. So message me if you want to get involved in that. I'll leave my email address in the comments or in the notes to this video. And yeah, let's get started. Let's take a look at this game. Gotta bring it up on my phone. Kevin Burbridge is a very strong opponent. He's like me. We practice a lot on Woogles, and he has fairly good word knowledge. So let's see what happens in this game. So I have to delete this one to do another one. Oh, I'm going first in this game. So I have this rack. I think what I did here was fine. I kept AIEST. It's a little vowel heavy of a leave, but I liked it better than keeping AEST. But I think if I probably check, AEST is probably better. Let me take a look. It's worth taking a look to see which. So this is what I left. AEIST 16. If I take away the I, is it better or worse? So it's about the same. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe exchanging the throwing back the other I may have been good here, but I'm already throwing back one I, so I thought maybe the chances of getting another one. For some reason, the eyes just seem to be magnetized to your rack at the beginning of the game. There's only 9 of them. I think 9 is probably a good number for a number of eyes in the beginning of the game. But when there's 2 Y's on the pool as well, having an I and a Y it feels kind of like you're just having 2 I's on your rack. So Kevin plays Reek. So I drew pretty well here. I mean, Warius is just going to be the play. I can't imagine. Oh, I also had Weastery, so yeah. Okay, Wastery. I guess that's somehow better than Wariest. Not sure why, but I trust it. Azon comes down next. So I'm already not really doing that. Well, I mean, I'm ahead. Never mind. I'm doing fine. So flog comes down. I imagine that's got to be the best. And here's where the game really starts to go wrong. Because, so here's the key thing, and pretty much the only reason I wanted to analyze this game is when he thought for a good moment on this rack of Pennular, and he doesn't have any bingos, but after thinking for a while, he finally says, there it is. I think that's what he said. There it is. So, you're not supposed to coffee house, and just saying a little comment before playing a bingo. Those are usually the key moments in the game because, especially if you're not sure whether the bingo is acceptable or not. But in this case, him saying "there it is" threw me off because I was trying to think of whether that comment meant that he knew for sure it was good, and in this case, I assumed that he knew it was good when actually this was what caused me to lose this game, was not challenging Spinnular, which is a little hard to challenge this one because the word spinula, you have the word spinula and you have spinule, and words like this almost always take an R, words ending in ula. So it was reasonable to think that this one took an R too. But I think him saying "there it is" threw me off. I assumed that he was confident he knew it was good. And yeah, that was my mistake. What I actually should have done in this position is I should have said, I should have been polite. I should have stopped the clock and said, "Please, no coffee housing," after he said that. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that in this next tournament. And I'm actually going to say it, tell him before we start our next game. So that'll be that. Okay, I'm not sure if the rest of this game is, yeah, there might be a few more moves to analyze in the rest of this game. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be that confrontational. I think I'll just, if it happens again, I'll just stop the clock at that point. I don't want him to be coffee housing and me and playing bingos like this anymore. It's just frustrating that I can lose games like this. RMD, yeah, that's my rack here. So I had stormed. Oh, okay, that was a double-double. I missed. I also had sported as a double-double as well, both for 40. And all I could find was perm because I was too. Yeah, it's understandable. I don't want to keep that spot open. All right. You know, I don't know if I would have challenged this word anyway, but I shouldn't allow people saying things like "there it is" to play mind games with me, because they shouldn't be coffee housing to begin with. So here I drew, which is what I was afraid of, which is why I should have played 5 tiles instead of 3. I drew 3 consonants. Well, I have 1 vowel. The Y counts as a vowel. So yeah, I could have played Trist here. Which, yeah, I guess that's worth it rather than exchanging. All right. Yeah, I kept RS. Yeah, this was a bad move. I should have found Trist and played it for 30. It's not worth giving up 30 points. So here was something that happened that was kind of fun. I don't know if did he. It doesn't. Yeah, it looked like this was. So he had this. He actually did have play for 100 too. So he told me after the game he plays Vendorize, and he told me after the game he has an autistic daughter, and so something about that involved in that in purchasing I guess things that her daughter needs. They always tell him that he needs to vendorize, and he was surprised. And they, of course, they spell it with the IZE, but let's see if I look it up on Google. So yeah, vendorize. What is the meaning of vendorize? Vendorization is the process for identification, selection, and utilization of service providers based on the qualifications and other requirements necessary to provide. Okay, this is very kind of like so it looks like it's more of a law term maybe. But yeah, he apparently, it's something that, a word that he's seen before, vendorize with the IE. So he played this and I challenged it off. It's not good even because I guess it might be too specific to law maybe. But yeah, he did have he had the word of endorsive. That's a, if he would have found that, that would have been really cool. Yeah, alright. So yeah, Vendorize comes off. And it drained my clock because I always wanted to make sure, since I had complete knowledge of his rack, I wanted to make sure he didn't have another simpler bingo. I don't think I found one. And I ended up just playing Oat for 3. It looks like I had at least 4 bingers here. It's an Aerostat, Aerosat. Yeah, I should have seen Aerosat. Yeah, so I had Aerostat and Aerosat. 2 bingos. Yeah, I should have seen those. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. So I think one thing about these big national tournaments is that you end up playing worse than you normally would otherwise, because you spend so much money on these things and you feel a lot more pressure due to that. So where did I play Oat here? Oh, okay, I played off 2 letters. Yeah, this play makes no sense. I don't know why I made it. It's a terrible play. Obviously, I should have found one of the 2 bingos and played one of the 2 bingos. And here he plays D veins, which I thought for sure was a word. Oh, it is a word. Okay, I just didn't see it that he had it. Yeah, that's a little bit rough. Scored 90. So that is a word. Chrysate. Have any? Yeah, I did have. accrelates as a 9 through that LA, the same LA. Okay. Oh, okay. No, the one that he was using was the OR. That would have scored me a ton if I had double bingo. But yeah, I had acrylates, which a word I should perfectly be capable of seeing, but maybe not with this kind of intensity of being in a national tournament. I'm hoping that playing in more of these tournaments where I have to shell out thousands of dollars to go to, eventually I'll get used to it and not feel so much pressure. And I'll start playing better. But it seems like whenever I play like casually on Woogles, or when I play in these local tournaments where I'm not shelling out thousands of dollars, I play better because I just feel like I'm under so much pressure when I'm flying out to go to these tournaments. Um, so I played Yo here for 13. Am I already out? No, I'm not out of this game yet. And it's showing incorrectly, the scores incorrectly, so I'm not sure why that is. Alright, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Oh, he exchanged 6 here. Okay. And then I exchanged instead of playing Trist, which I should have done. Keeping RS. Oat. No, here's where he played Vinderize. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to good way of blocking Azons here. Maybe I did. Let me know in the comments if I had a good way of blocking Azons. I don't think I did. I just played Oat here. I had an Aerostat, which is completely unacceptable, but I missed Aerostat. I don't... actually, that's not true. I wanted to say I don't usually miss bingos that often, but I haven't really been keeping track of how often I miss bingos, so maybe this is about the rate that I miss them. So he plays Devanes. And I miss playing Acrylates. That would have been amazing. I wish I would have done that. The game's not over yet. It's still competitive. As you can see, it's like only a bingo apart. So here he plays Kibla. So I gotta figure out where that plays. Alright, he plays for the L. So finally I hit a bingo. I just played Coaster. Escalator. So it doesn't say Coaster is one of the valid plays. Oh, okay, because he doesn't play D-Veins there. He plays it in a different spot. He plays D-Veins here. He plays it for 14, fewer points, which is kind of weird. I remember after the game he explained why he took the 14-point hit. I think it was just because he didn't want to put the D in a triple, which is, I guess, understandable. But I think the D in that position is not that dangerous. Now I can play coaster, which I did. And let's look at the score now. So yeah, now that gets me close to even with him. So it's still a game, but then he plays immediately another bingo with another blank. And that's when I start getting a little bit frustrated. He plays unedible. He had a lot of bingos here. So he plays his only bingo. Okay, so he had only one bingo. He had unedible, which was a nice find. So kudos to Kevin. So Huggy. Huggy comes down. Where does Huggy play? Goes to a Y. Oh, okay. Huggy plays to that Y, which is the top play. I made it. He plays Vax, which was totally frustrating. Yeah, so I think the game's pretty much over now. Yeah. So after Vax, that pretty much ended the game. And I'm already at 22 minutes, so I think I'll stop here. But thanks for guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Please like and subscribe.